I'm Terry Anderson, the John and Jean Denault Senior Fellow at the Hoover Institution. My research focuses on market approaches to solving environmental problems known as free market environmentalism. My session will focus on environmental markets using property rights and negotiation to improve environmental quality and achieve more conservation. I will talk about wildlife, I will talk about water, I will talk about land, and I will ultimately talk about climate change. In all of these cases, there are ways that the environment can be improved with markets. As environmentalists like to say, these are finding the ways that work. All of us should be interested in how environmental markets can solve environmental problems. Environmental markets are a way of achieving our environmental goals at a lower cost and with less contention. If we look at regulation, it can work, but it often has unintended consequences and is especially contentious as people battle over more or less of regulation. Environmental markets can do it more effectively, more quickly, and more cheaply. The key takeaways are most generally that environmental markets are effective and less contentious. The specific takeaways are that we can provide more wildlife habitat by getting the incentives right for the people who live with wildlife. Another key takeaway is that because climate change is so difficult to deal with through a regulatory process, we will have to find ways to adapt to it. And markets are adapting by moving production, by reallocating water, and by finding new insurance and finance options that allow us to deal with the variance that comes with climate change. The most general takeaway from my presentation is that environmental markets provide another way of achieving our environmental goals with less conflict. Specifically, environmental markets can improve wildlife habitat, can reallocate water in ways that it will be used more efficiently, and with respect to climate change, markets will allow us to adapt. We will move agricultural production, we will reallocate water, and we will invent new financial and insurance instruments that allow us to cope with the variance that climate change brings. To learn more, please watch the accompanying videos.